Hello everybody, in F15 Diecast here. We're about to unbox and showcase the Hot Wheels 2025 M case. The regular treasure hunt for this case is the Shark Bite. The super treasure hunt for this case is going to be the Honda Civic Custom, the red one, and it is going to be highly sought after. I would be surprised if the resale on that car would not be astronomical, because I, for some odd reason, don't understand this, but I know that a lot of people love Hondas. I don't personally super like them. Ooh, that's too close. Super like them, but I do understand their appeal. So we're going to kick it off here right off the bat with the first three. We have the Porsche 904 Carrera GTS recolor in the black. That is a dirty card. That's carryover from the last case. King Kuda, carryover from the last case. And the Tesla Cyber Quad, also a carryover from the last case. That's the first three. Next three. Mod Mill. This is a banger new casting for 2025. A mixture of the Mod Rod and the Twin Mill. Then we have the Blitz Speed recolor in green and purple. And a Lotus Cartina. I don't think I had one in my last case, and I think it premiered in the last case. New casting for 2025. That's going to be a highlight, but I don't think I got one in my last case. All right, here. Ooh, let's go. Porsche 911 GT3 RS in the pink banger. Glad I got one of those. Actually, looks like I have two. We have the Slide Kick in the teal. I'm telling you, folks, something about teal this year. Hot Wheels is going crazy. Mazda 787B, a super treasure hunt from last year. Here it is in a nice white and blue. This is a very popular Hot Wheels model that they keep bringing back, and I can see why. All right, Dragon Wagon, a regular treasure hunt from last year. It was yellow. Here it is in green. Jaguar MK1 recolor from the red. Here it is in gray. And another Porsche 911 GT3 RS. Happy to see another one of those. We have the Twin Dorado, a new casting for 2025. My card is all messed up, but this is a Twin Mill and an El Dorado take. So the engine's in the back, and it's kind of like a pickup situation. Looks like it's more for surfing and stuff, but not actually anything there. That's going to be a highlight for me, because I think that's a banger new casting. And then we have the Custom Kia EV6 in the... Oh, what color is that? Teal. Drift Ender in the blue. It's going to be a super treasure hunt for next year. That's a recolor. The 1966 Bat Boat Batao. This is international case. So these come with English and French sometimes on the writing. That's what you'll notice here. New casting for 2025. We also have the stock car recolor in the blue and another Drift Ender in the blue. All right, no regular so far. Blitz Speed again. Ford Mustang Dark Horse. I think, yeah, that was carryover. And the 73 Pontiac, a Firebird, which is probably one of my favorite castings, is also one of my favorite cars in this case. And it's going to definitely make the highlight pile again, because I think I highlighted it last case, because it was a highlight. Land Rover Defender in the brown. Saw it in the last case. We have the Monster Dairy Delivery recolor in the blue from actually this brown earlier this year, and we saw this in the last case as well. And the 66 Buick Riviera, also saw it in the last case, recolor in black. We had it in blue earlier this year. 2013 SRT Viper in the white and blue from the Then and Now series. And the Amuru GTC, a new casting for 2025. Here it is in yellow and black. Aerodynamic recolor from, I believe it was like a red. Here it is in orange. And we have another custom Kia EV6 with the banger delivery on the side. Peugeot 9X8 Hypercar, Hypervatero in the French wording for it. But that is going to be a new casting for 2025 and a highlight for sure, because I love the Cadillac Hyper GPT Hypercar, and that is going to be in the same family. So that's going to be a highlight for me. 75 Chevy Blazer Custom. Subaru BRZ recolor in the white. We saw it earlier this year. It was an 8 case, actually. The Ford Model 8 Custom, also a recolor from red. Here it is in the Army Green. New casting for 2025. Also a highlight and the long block. And speaking of green, here it is, another green. Doesn't look like I got the Shark Bite. It's like a light green Shark Bite. But we have a 94 Bugatti EB 110 SS. That is the super from the last case. And a Ford Mustang Dark Horse. Again, another one of those. And another 73 Pontiac Firebird. Excited to get multiples. All right, if you made it this far in the unboxing, please consider subscribing to the channel. Give this video a like. I would appreciate it. Last video didn't do so well, so I'm trying to get this one to hopefully get more views. We'll see. It might not. The channel's been up and down for the last month or so, but hopefully we can get some progress here. I'm trying to get 100,000 subscribers. My goal is that. I'm at 63,000, so if you could subscribe, I would really appreciate it. Got to go in the red and yellow. That's a recolor in Mod Fast. That is a recolor. I think we had a teal, honestly. I think it was teal earlier this year. And the Honda VFR 750R RC30, not a car, folks. That is a motorcycle, but is a new casting for 2025. And I think they executed it phenomenally. I don't highlight motorcycles usually, and that's making the highlight pile because of how good it looks. Crate Racer, saw it in the last case. Here it is in red. Porsche 904 Carrera GTS in the black, seen it earlier this year, and that is a recolor. Ford Escort, another recolor for a casting from earlier this year. I am running out of space. I don't want to spill my coffee. Oh, Big Air Bel Air. I believe that's a recolor because we got it. I think it was red earlier this year. Here's a blue and gold, and that looks banger. And oh, speaking of bangers, not one but two. 2020 Zinger Jesco in this. Wow, this color in person, way better than I've seen in videos. And speaking of, it's the Cadillac Project GTP Hypercar Hyperveturo. Here it is in red with the black. That's both of these. I'm not going to make all three a highlight, but those are definitely going to be highlights up there. 99 Ford F-150 SVT Lightning in the brown recolor, and a Pagani Utopia in the blue. We saw it earlier this year. Here it is again in blue. Let me do some lighting changes here. See if you guys like this better. Let me know. Ooh, no, I hate that already. Too much glare, too much glare. All right, Lotus Cortina, there it is. Ooh, focus. No, I can't focus. Oh, no. All right. Lotus Cortina in this brown, again, new casting from for 2025. Oh, a Nissan Skyline GTR BCNR in, this is supposed to be a recolor, but you can't tell. It's very, very mild. I had complaints with that one. I think, this might be a regular treasure hunt. No, it's not. I thought Naughty was a regular treasure hunt this year, but this is a carryover from last case. It might be in the next case. And a Subaru BRZ is also a carryover. Let me see if I can find this bad boy so you guys can compare them side by side. Stand by one. All right, it was no time for you guys at all, but when I tell you it's subtle, I mean, it is subtle. I wish somebody did this in other unboxing videos so you can compare the two side by side, but here they are. That's the earlier one we got in black, and this, you can see it's got a little more Spectra Flame color to it. That is going to be the new recolor, even though there's no, like, recognizable difference unless you really have them side by side, in my opinion. So there you go. Hopefully that helps some of you folks, and I know it confused me when I saw the unboxing for this one. But that's going to be the highlight pile. That's going to go back to where it was, and both of these guys got to move over here. All right, moving on. Mercedes-Benz 500E in the gunmetal gray. Beautiful. It's not actually gunmetal gray. 2013 SRT Viper then and now, and a 75 Chevy Blazer Custom. All three of these we've seen, and the Mercedes actually a carryover from the last case. We have the long block in the green, the slide kick in the teal, and the mod mill in the orange and black. New casting for 2025. Next here we have the quick chat new casting for 2025. I don't think I got this. I think this is new to this case. It's got a lot of nostalgia vibes for people, and a pixel shaker in the blue. We saw it in orange earlier this year with a Kia swap. Again, other people, not me, have been buying this one, not stealing, buying this one for the engine so that they could do customs with that engine block. I didn't realize a lot of people do that, but apparently if it's got an exposed engine, we're going to be using it for customs. Flippin' Fast is going to be another one here. 94 Bugatti EB110 SS, the Super from the last case, and the Pontiac Aztek Custom, a recolor and a carryover from the last case. Final few here. We got the Gotta Go, the Lane Lowrider, and the Tesla Cyber Quad. All right, I am in a similar situation as another YouTuber unboxing. Ferrari 365 GTB4 Competizione. That's going to be a Ferrari carryover from the last case. The King Cuda and the Pagani 9x8 Hypercar Hypervitiero. That is going to be a highlight for the Ferrari for sure. And if you watch Peak Time Racing unboxings, we get our case from the same spot. Aerodynamic, 66 Buick Riviera, and a Ford Escort are the final three. You will notice my case and his case. No regular treasure hunt in my case. No regular treasure hunt in his case. And no basic mainline of the Super in my case. And no basic mainline of the Super in his case. So, coincidence? Probably. Highly. All the cars are here. There's 72 of them for sure. But it is kind of weird that both of us ended up with the same mix, essentially. But it is kind of not really funny, I guess. But yeah. So there you go. Maybe throw some ats at him and be like, look, you're not the only one, blah, 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 blah. But yeah, folks. All right, let's go over the highlights real quick. The Ferrari 365 GTB Competizione, even those from the last case, that's going to be a highlight for sure. We're going to highlight the Ford Model A Custom in the green, the recolor. The Bugatti 9x8 Hypercar, that's going to be recolored because I love the Hypercar format. We'll slap these like this. 73 Pontiac Firebird is definitely making my highlight pile, even though it was in the last case. The Honda VFR 75R RC30 is going to make the highlight pile, even though I don't normally highlight motorcycles. That one's making the cut. Quick Chat, that's going to be a highlight new casting from the nostalgia. The Nissan Skyline GTR BCNR 33 recolor is making the cut. Of course, we're going to highlight the Cadillac Project GTP Hypercar in the red. We did get a Zamak earlier this year. Big Air Bel Air, that's going to be a highlight for me. I really like that casting. Twin Dorado is going to make the highlight pile, new casting for 2025. Mazda 787B in the white and blue. Of course, we're highlighting the Porsche 911 GT3 RS in this pink. Of course. And the Lotus Cortina is going to make the cut for new casting 2025 highlight. And honorable mention goes to the Jesco 2020 in this beautiful color that looks way better in person than I think even my camera can bring into perspective. Let me know in the comments down below which one of these castings is your favorite. As always, thank you for watching. Hope to see y'all next time. And deuces. Check out the rest of my videos.